So when I was about 8 years old, I had two consoles. I had the NES and my Sega Genesis. Loved them both. Awesome. And for, I don't know, birthday, Christmas, something, one year, my parents got me a new game for my Genesis that I was very excited about. It's called Ecco the Dolphin. That game traumatized me for the rest of my life. Still to this day, my little 8-year-old brain was not prepared for the evil that lay within that plastic cartridge. So if you've never seen the game or heard of the game or know the game, oh, look, yeah, someone made a poster of me riding Ecco the stupid dolphin. It just popped up. Good timing. You start the game and you're swimming around in this little, ocean, whatever, and it's all pretty and it's beautiful. The music's pretty and it's such a pretty looking game. You've got other little dolphin friends jumping in there doing flips, and you can talk to them with your echolocation. There's lots of little fish swimming around you can eat, and really cool. So you're swimming and doing flips and like, oh, that's the coolest game ever. And one of the dolphins says, "How high in the sky can you fly?" And that's a clue. That's like the hint of how to actually get the game started. So you're like, I don't know. Good question. How high can I fly? So you go down deep as far as you can, and you go up as fast as you can. Go, 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 go. And then if you jump to a certain height, it triggers this cutscene where the screen starts flashing red and white. All the dolphins and fish and everything that's in the ocean gets sucked up in this tornado out into space. It's making this horrible Genesis sound, and like the dolphins are screaming, and you're just kind of sitting there flying like this, whatever, while you watch everything else get sucked up into the sky, and then you fall back down into the ocean all by yourself. The music changes to a creepy Genesis metallic twanging alien sound, and you're all alone in the ocean. That already scared the mess out of me. It's like, what? I was not prepared for that. So you get out of that area, go to the first actual level, and the game is it's made up by a bunch of levels where you're under the water most of the time, but you're a dolphin, so you're a mammal. You have to breathe oxygen, so you can't stay under the water forever, but there's very limited pockets of air. So you want to move fast, but every level is a maze. So you're going through these mazes in the ocean. The deeper you go, the darker it gets, and the music and soundtrack is so alien and creepy sounding and just oppressive almost. And but so you got to go fast because you want to find air, and the camera is like zoomed in really close on you. You can't see that far around you, so you're swimming fast through the deep, dark ocean, and enemies like sharks and crabs and whatever, they come flying off the screen and hit you before you have time to react because the camera's going there and you're moving fast and it's difficult to control. And every time you take damage, the dolphin screams. And so between all these little things, you're just always on edge. Like, oh my goodness, I gotta hurry. Oh, what was that? And just so scared all the time. In like the second or third level, you find an octopus, and someone warns you, some other dolphin or something warns you, like it says swim slowly past 8 arms. Whenever you see it, you're like, oh, that's probably what it is. If you have to just barely inch by this octopus. If you move a little faster, it goes whoop-pop, slaps you and like one-shots you, and it screams, and starts the level over. Anyway, I never made it very far as a kid. As an adult, while I was streaming, I had set up some kind of an incentive, said if we ever hit this or that or whatever, I'll play Ecco the Dolphin. And so we hit it, whatever it was, and I played it on the first and only 24-hour stream I've ever done, which was when we hit 1,000 followers on Twitch back in the attic days when I was streaming from the house, from the attic. And at about 4 a.m, I finally beat the game. That is the hardest game I've ever beaten in my life. And I've beaten Battletoads, Bloodborne, all the Mega Man, Zelda 2, Ninja Gaiden, like all the typical hard games. This is harder than any of those games, I promise you. And, yeah, lots of emotional damage. And it's not just about cute little dolphin swimming around.
Emotional damage.
This game, with just a dolphin on the box art, is about time travel and aliens. You eventually find the lost city of Atlantis, where there's a time machine. You go back to the prehistoric days to help a giant floating DNA strand recover one of his orbs, take it back to the modern day where you find said giant DNA strand, and give it to him. He helps you transport back to the time at the beginning of the game whenever your pod got sucked up into the air. This time you go with them to the alien headquarters called the Vortex, and you go fight xenomorph aliens in space. It is the weirdest, scariest, hardest game I have ever beaten. It is bizarre. So that's why dolphins are stupid.